Hey everyone, welcome to another episode on Black Truth Media, where we focus on the truth, only the truth on this channel. In this episode, we will be revisiting the shooting that took place in Jacksonville, Florida on August 26, 2023, inside of a dollar store where 3 innocent young people lost their lives that day by a hateful, evil racist whose only intentions was to hurt people who had a different skin color than his. This incident was described by investigators as a mass shooting and also a terrorist attack. Here are some key factors I would like for us to focus on. The shooting took place at 1:08 p.m. and ended at 1:19 p.m. in the afternoon. So during this time, usually you have a lot of people who are at work and kids are normally at school. So thank God for this. Because if this was during rush hour or on the weekend, peak hours, the body count could have easily went up. This horrible incident happened off of Kings Road in Jacksonville, Florida. So for those of you who are from the area, should know where this road is, which is predominantly a Black American section. So this racist shooter knew exactly what he was doing when he came to those parts. This was no coincidence or a mistake on his part. Very important for us to understand this. So this racist shooter started his day at 11:39 a.m. in the morning. Y'all. Left his house in Clay County, Florida, where he lives, to begin his reign of terror in Jacksonville. So this is a 50-minute drive for those who don't know, give or take without traffic. And with traffic, it's easily over an hour drive. The shooter at 12:48 p.m. arrived at Edwards Waters University, which is historically a Black American college. Again, the shooter is bent on being where it's Black Americans there. He did a video on another social media platform at 12:55 p.m. while putting on his tactical vest. I wonder if anyone caught this at the time and tried to see what was going on. Why are you gearing up? Or no one saw this guy at the time in person putting on a tactical vest in broad daylight. I'm just curious. 12:57 p.m. Shooter got shadowed by a campus security guard who was leaving. The campus office managed to get a cop involved to start a bolo on the shooter. At 1:08 p.m., the shooter got to the dollar store and let off 11 rounds into a driver's front windshield of their car, killing the first victim. 11 rounds. And that triggered a sharpshooter device. Afterwards, he entered the store, killing another victim. At 1:10 p.m., we had 2 more customers who came in the front door of the store. And at 1:13 p.m., the shooter managed to kill one of them, unfortunately, making that his third victim. And the other, he missed, and she was able to get out of the store. Thank God. At 1:14 p.m., the shooter went into the office and 4 minutes later, texted his father to break into his room. There, the father found a last will and a testament and suicide note on his laptop. At 1:19 p.m., the cops finally entered the store. About time. Upon doing so, they heard a single shot rung out in the store. The shooter's parents decided to call the police at 1:53 p.m. Not sure what took so long for them to do that, but whatever it is, pointless now. The damage is already done by now. At 3:44 p.m., cops were able to confirm this coward shooter is dead. And on his body, they were able to retrieve 3 manifestos, one addressing the federal agents, another for the media, and the last one was for his parents. All of the victims were unfortunately Black. And the manifestos were all aiming to kill Black people, making this for sure a hate crime. So a little background on the shooter. 21 years old, white male. He was from Orange Park, Florida, lived in Oakleaf Plantation area of Jacksonville. Why do we still have places with the word plantation still attached to it? That's a red flag there already. In 2016 and 2017, he was subject to domestic calls along with his brother. He was also a subject of a Baker Act call. That's when a person is involuntarily detained for 72 hours for mental evaluation. So he was already on a decline, and no one saw this to get him the help needed, and even threatened to jump off the Bank of America Tower in downtown Jacksonville. Sad, sad story. Because some clown wants to make a name for himself by killing people that does not look like him or don't match his skin color. Anyway, rest in peace to the victims. Angela Michelle Carr, 52, Gerard Gallion, 29, Arnault Joseph Ligari Jr., 19. I hope I'm saying his last name correctly. Please forgive me. He was the employee at the store. Gone, but never forgotten. So now that we got the facts out the way, I would like to give my 2 cents about this situation. So the shooter, I learned in June 2023 of that year, he bought these guns, and none of the stuff that he was going through in 2016 and 2017 was ever documented. Why? Who knows? I'm not sure, but that should have definitely been on his record of all the episodes that he was having, the mental breakdowns, all the stuff. Clearly, there's something wrong with him in the head. And as a result of that, we have 3 innocent people who have nothing to do with nothing, minding their business, unfortunately at the wrong place at the wrong time, where this clown decided that he wants to come there to this store. Well, first he went to the college, couldn't get in, and I don't know how he managed to escape those people, because obviously the security guard noticed something to want to tell him, and they end up losing him somehow. And his last resort was to come to the dollar store, shoot that up, kill 3 people. It's just crazy. Too many times we have seen this, where we have people that do not belong in our community or are not from our community come to our community to cause destruction. And this is where I have to say, like in the Black community, we have to pay attention to people who come into our community to cause us harm. Because best believe, when we go into anybody else's community, we're being watched, we're being followed. We got the police already called on us. We're being harassed by the locals there. You know what I mean? You could do it with too many times. Too many times we have seen this same story played out. And I feel like we need to do the same when we have an outsider who comes into our community. We need to investigate, find out, call the police, do something, because you never know what their intentions are. And a lot of times they're there to cause destruction or harm or do something bad. I'm just sick of this, and it's frustrating. The same old story. We have heard this over and over and over again, and it needs to stop. And the only way it's going to stop is with us doing our due diligence. So that's my 2 cents about this incident. It's an unfortunate situation that could have been prevented, but it happened. And what we can do now is learn from the past so it does not affect our future. Let me say that again. We have to learn from our past so it does not affect her future. Anyway, on a brighter note, I want to thank everyone who went and checked out my first episode. And if you have not checked that out, please go back and, just look at it. I really appreciate the love, the support, and shout out to my first subscriber. I really, really appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. And for my future family, please like, subscribe, comment respectfully. And I want to wish everyone a great, great rest of 2024 and a better 2025 and a good morning, good afternoon, and good night. And I'm out.